Hello and welcome back, everybody, to round 3 of the MTGPL's Legacy Fight Night. We are doing Mirror Match Night today, and this is for round 3, and we got a real spicy Pox mirror going on now, so this is going to be super interesting. How have you been upstairs there, Jack Dax, today?
I'm loving this. Pox mirrors are a lot of fun because we probably are going to see Liliana ult as the win condition here. I'm imagining that we'll have no lands by the end of this and no hand. We're just going to ride Liliana of the last of the Veil to victory.
Yeah. So I foresee this matchup going one of two ways, or either, I guess technically one of three ways. Either both players are going to get all the gas they could ever need and then proceed to both do their thing, and then the game will take a while as they attrition each other. One player is going to draw all of the gas, and the other player is going to get screwed, and then they will have no resources to do anything with, in which case the game will end very quickly. Or both players are going to get absolutely nothing, and we'll be here forever.
I mean, there's totally a world where they both get Ensnaring Bridge out, and then like their Nether Spirit gets clinged to dust away.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh,
then,
we're rock, paper, scissorsing again. Yes.
Then I guess you're riding Liliana Last Hope and Veil to victory, hopefully. I don't know how you went after that.
Yeah. So, of note here as well, I know Mike has been enjoying playing a lot of the Mono Black Control and Pox style shells, but Pain Cow's been on our stream a lot playing specifically Pox. You know, with the small Poxes and whatever else. Differentiation being Mono Black Control typically doesn't run the smallpox effects. It's got a very similar shell, but it doesn't run the same card base. So it looks like both players are going to be on a mulligan to 6 here.
It's going to be a ton of fun. Although we traditionally have seen Dino Pox in previous iterations of Pox.
Yeah, that deck's
meta.
sweet.
Good old shout out to Chaman from Chile, one of our winners of the leagues at one point in time with Dino Pox. You can check that out on YouTube. Dino Pox
that was a really cool deck.
I believe it hinged on Rotting Regisaur.
Yes. Rotting Regisaur is the dino in Dino Pox.
I think it's !YouTube. Oh yeah, the Chilean surprise, that extra pit. Maybe one day we'll get that emote in there.
that was a good one.
We aren't playing Money Pox.
Aren't playing Money Pox, yeah. Legends Pox is not what we are playing today.
Not today. We are playing For Him to Turok, 3 Innocent Blood, and 3 Sinkhole, the classic. You think we're going to see current Sinkhole artwork, or are we going to see old border Sinkhole?
I know at least on Mike's side, he's probably got the old border Sinkholes, I would imagine, unless they're currently sitting in his old school deck.
Yeah.
And yeah, as far as what you said there, Malfi, yeah, the Cling to Dust is the only source of card advantage.
Look, who needs card advantage when you're playing so much card disadvantage?
I know.
You don't need any of that.
Yeah. And then both players on a mulligan to 5 as well. So at least this is a level playing field, although this is probably going to be one of those we are probably destined for the one player gets no resources end of this.
Yeah, the good old turn 1 Dark Ritual him Thoughtseize Go, very classic. And old school is turn 1 Dark Ritual into a hippie or a him and then take 1 damage from Mana Burn. Shout out to our old school players. A lot of the mods play it, and then sometimes some old school people watch it. So if you're old school players that watch us, shout out to you guys.
Yeah, old school's a ton of fun.
Yeah. I played enough Pox under the pain of clinging with chains out. Good old chains.
Actually, that being said, you know, I actually don't think the Legends Pox mirror would be that would be a real slog of a match because Chains does pretty much nothing. Tabernacle, you know, there's no creatures other than potentially Nether Spirit, right? And there's so much of those expensive Pox cards that just do nothing in the mirror.
You know, Malfi, that exact setup, I've done that multiple times in old school. I play Scrub Ritual him Hippie Go. It's a good setup. It's still effective. That or a Scrub Ritual into him and Sinkhole, and then take 1 damage from Mana Burn. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. So, other than that, though, as far as Okay, so we're finally starting here now. So we're going to get a Cabal Pit into a Dark Ritual down to 19. This is the Liliana the Veil.
No, we're going
This is a very good 5-card hand. And
Oh.
we're immediately going down to 1 card in hand for Pain Cow on turn 1.
You're living the dream. Another spirit into a... Ooh, okay. That is amazing.
Yeah. Another card probably not doing much. Wow, that Bajuka Bog!
Another spirit was like, goodbye.
What a great start to that.
Oh, Lord.
And of note, that was the only creature in the deck.
Oh, we're both
players
destroying
discarding a
pots?
smallpox here.
Oh, Lord. Oh, here comes the white-bordered
yes,
swamp.
the white bordered Bob
We're
Eggleton
sinkholing?
8th edition
Yeah.
swamps.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
We're going to sinkhole that.
Yeah. Now, that being said, though, this is still a Lily that's about to, she's about to ult. And both players are running really low on cards here.
She's getting there. Next turn, she can ult.
This is... Discards Lily to Lily. Oh, my goodness.
Not good. Okay.
Okay, so that Mishra's Factory is actually a very, very good pull here.
Are we killing Lily? No, we're not.
No, I don't think you want a downtick here. Wow, discards another factory.
Oof. All right, we're gonna start beating Lily, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Oh, Curse Scroll. We have a clock. We have a clock. This is actually so exciting. Here we go. Uptick. So now this is, if Mike can land another mana source here, this should allow him to activate Curse Scroll, play the land, animate the factory, and then hit Liliana for 4 damage here.
That's funny. Oh, Pain Cow did play the factory.
Pain Cow doesn't have one. Mike has the factory out.
No. Pain Cow did play a factory. It got sinkholed.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
Yeah, the good old classic sinkhole, eating it away.
Yeah, definitely.
Three mana, going straight for it. Okay.
Oh, it's 3 mana activated. Okay, so Swamp, and I imagine this is going to hit the Liliana. Yeah, if you're in Mike's position here, you just absolutely cannot let this Liliana ultimate because, oh no. Oh no. This is bad. That needs to go away for sure.
That needs to go.
If this is a land...
I imagine it has to be a land if you're not going to play Mistress Factory.
Yeah. Names Cabal Pit, plays Cabal Pit, activates it, and then hits the Liliana of the Last Hope here.
Yep.
So, of note here, Liliana of the Last Hope is exactly how these players are wanting to win this game, so you must kill her as soon as she drops.
There's only 2 in the deck.
Yeah. And this is also really bad for Pain Cow now because Mike's on 5 lands, so he can Curse Scroll and Mishra's Factory every turn here.
This is going to be great.
Yeah.
We're exterminating Liliana off the map here.
Yeah. Now, that being said, Mike also does have to think, though, about if he actually wants to play the card in hand. Because if he spends all his mana dealing 4 damage to this Liliana the Veil, then, just plays his own Liliana. Oh my gosh. Uptick.
I would like to beat yours.
Yes. I actually like that a lot. I think this is really good.
We are on a level playing field here.
Oh my goodness. It's actually kind of funny with the amount of card disadvantage that this deck generates. It's actually ridiculous about how much
Nether Spirit is exiled because we Bajuka bogged the Nether Spirit.
Yes. So dealing 2 damage there. Paying 1, attack with the factory for 3, and pump. Oh my goodness. That factory was exactly what Mike needed. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a factory of his own. So of note here, Mike is 2 cards in the graveyard away from being able to activate Threshold here.
I'm not exactly sure why Pain Cow took 1 life though.
It may have involved tapping the Cabal Pit.
Probably. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the turn 1 Cabal Pit was what did it for sure.
We're
And
also
this is an
tapping
attack
Cabal
without
Pit from
fear
Mike's
here.
side.
Yeah.
So these
So,
life
of
totals
note-
need to be changed.
Of note, this factory is actually summoning sick. Yeah. So because that Misha's factory came in on the last turn cycle, as soon as Pain Cow turns it into a creature, it gains summoning sickness, which means that it cannot pump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike is at least at 19 considering the Cabal activation.
Yeah. So of note there as well, Pain Cow does at least finish off the factory with the Cabal Pit. Which is very important because that is going to be this is going to turn into a very fast clock, especially if Mike was going to be crashing in for 4 damage there. And this is the one thing about the Pox Mirror that's super brutal is the fact that there's almost no way to come back from this much of a board advantage on Mike's side. Because the Curse Scroll is able to come down.
Yep, Pox, here we go.
Yeah. Name Smallpox with Curse Scroll. Takes 2 damage. Upticks Liliana. So as for why Mike has not been taking damage off of his Cabal Pit, there is an Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth in play, which allows you to tap for black without paying life.
Yeah, I completely forgot there was an Urborg on there.
Yeah, both players actually have an Urborg, hilariously.
Relevant.
Yeah. So we're going to pay 3. I'm assuming this activates the scroll again. Yes.
Show Liliana.
Liliana the Veil.
Discarded, I assume.
I could also, discarding it here I think is probably good. I could also see alting it and then casting a fresh one.
Yep.
Just to take Pain Cow off of 2 lands.
Fair.
Oh, there's another factory. Okay.
Okay, now we can actually block. Okay.
Yeah. Now, of note, if Mike plays out a second factory here...
we're just going to waste it. Okay, never mind. Never mind. That line of play, never mind. Just scrap
Forgot to activate the Curse Scroll, though.
Whatever.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Also forgot to uptick the Liliana. Bajuka Bog. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Well,
it just means the Cabal Pit's off, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like that. At least you can tap it for mana that it doesn't kill you.
There you go. So reveal Urborg.
I'm assuming just going to discard this.
Down to 5. Yeah, and then you just uptick, discard that.
Yeah.
And then crunch for 2. Down to 3. And oh my goodness, Mike is still at 20 here.
Nah. Brutal. Is there anything you can do? No.
No, absolutely nothing can be done there. Wow, that was an absolutely savage beatdown. Oh my gosh.
All right, this sideboard's pretty spicy. I love it. Love to see your take on it. So we're looking at 2 Bitter Blossoms, 2 Eliminate, probably one of my favorite new cards, 2 Extirpate, 3 Leyline of the Void, 2 Opposition Agents, 2 Pithing Needle, and 2 Plague Engineers. What you feeling?
100% Plague Engineer. Reason for that is you can name Assembly Worker as the creature type, and it will make your opponent's Mishra's factories smaller. I also like Eliminate being able to specifically deal with Liliana the Last Hope. Liliana the Veil is a issue, but your deck is designed to run Liliana the Veil and thus does not get hurt very badly by her. So you can afford to just, chip damage here or there, keep her off of an ultimate, and you'll be fine. Liliana the Last Hope must die. Absolutely. So I would say Eliminate is 100% coming in.
I feel like you bring in the Bitter Blossoms.
I also like Bitter Blossom too. I also really like it as well. That being said, though, knowing that this is the mirror, Bitter Blossom is just going to get absolutely blown out by a Plague Engineer.
Oh, yeah, no. But that's where you start making the metagame calls. Are they going to bring it in or not?
Yeah, exactly. Extirpate, I don't think is necessary. Leyline of the Void is just bad in this matchup.
Do you bring in Pithing Needle?
I could see
it's
Pithing
crazy
Needle.
I started them.
I know. That's the thing, because that Pithing Needle shuts everything off, and again, every single thing with an activated ability in this deck is how you kill someone. Curse Scroll or your Planeswalkers. And those are the only cards you can name with Pithing Needle, and it turns off your own, including the Mishra's Factories.
You could name Wasteland. You could name, I don't know, Mishra's Factory. You could name Maze.
Yeah, it's just why though when you're gonna turn off your own at the same thing? Because if that in that game there's a needle in Mishra's Factory, oh my gosh, we'd still be there.
I mean, it all depends on what you want to do. Be interesting to say the least.
Yeah. So this is definitely going to be interesting, though, I think for sure, on how these players are going to sideboard. But yeah, you can definitely tell, though, that the way that this matchup is set up, and both players last game, and I'm mulligan to 5 as well, is that as soon as you stumble on resources in this matchup, it's very difficult to come back.
Yeah, and some Painkill's going to be on the play here because, Mike won round 1, game 1.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what they get. Hopefully they won't be on a super hard mull. Last game when they were on a decently hard mull. Maybe we'll get a good old turn 1 Pox start. Maybe we'll get a turn 1 Hymn to Draw start, maybe, into a Thoughtseize.
Could be.
It would be interesting to see, nonetheless.
I agree. I am a big fan of the going Thoughtseize first, to see what you're up against, but also to specifically take the non-land cards and then let your him take the land cards.
That feels good.
That feels
real good. Yeah, just gotta thin their deck out, just Thoughtseize, then you do it. It's all good in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Right? We're fine. We're totally fine. Speaking of Thoughtseize, how is everyone feeling about the old border Thoughtseize? Are you guys gonna get them in foil, non-foil? Are you guys gonna try to get them because they might be short printed?
I looked at the price and I said no.
what is the pre-order price for that thing?
Pre-order price last I saw for Thoughtseize was $350 in foil. It is far too many dollars. I agree. True names were also over $300 each.
I can understand True Name. It's only ever been printed in foil once.
Yeah, and then 60 to 80 non-foil for sure. Yeah, it's the prices are very out to lunch on all of these cards. Same thing with Chalices, Leyline of the Voids. All those cards are just horrifically expensive.
Yeah, I don't really care for the Chalices. I like Chalice enough, but I have the Judge promo Chalices.
Oh, nice.
I love my Chalices. They're great. The semi-canon artwork is just so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Chaotic.
I need those Ponders in foil. I need them in foil.
Yeah, the Ponders actually I saw, and last I checked, they were pre-ordering for almost $200 each. Oof. That's a lot for a $1 card.
I need them in foil, and I need them non-foil for the Pauper deck.
Oh gosh. I wish you the very best of luck.
Yeah. It's pain, suffering.
Yeah. So both players are going to keep their 7s here, so this is going to be much different, I'd imagine. So we're going to go, same thing, Swamp, Dark Rit. Plague Engineer. Right off the bat. I actually like Assembly Worker here. Name's Fairy. Okay, so we are playing for Better Blossom here. I don't like leading before the Better Blossom comes down, though, because now you just don't deploy the Better Blossom.
Yeah. Good fodder for a discard, though, if you turn one into a Liliana of the Veil.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. I know I personally would like to see the Bitter Blossom come down before I do that, though, largely because that then at least I
I
wait
start
until
losing
the
life too for no reason.
yeah they lose a life every turn, just so is that way they can go
We're
through.
seeing the Dark Ritual token, the one you
Yeah,
all can earn for
fancy Dark
every
Ritual
Saturday
tokens.
winner
They look
or
so
Sunday
good.
winner.
Hind
In the
Turok.
Turok!
Stop rolling high numbers.
3.
So we're gonna hit a Swamp and a Bajuka Bog.
Yep.
And we
Seems
still
good.
have 1 mana floating from Mike here. Is he going to have a follow up play?
Yeah, speaking of popper foils, I need that Ninja of the Deep Hours or whatever in foil. I do not want to look forward to whatever that price is going to be.
Yeah. Oh, we're cling to dusting. Oh, goodness. I actually don't mind this here just to make sure that you're actually using all of your mana. Especially given that you saw that the Bajuka Bog is gone now. Because there's only one Bajuka Bog in the deck.
I mean, it could come back. There is a Crucible in this deck list.
That is true, actually. There is a main deck Crucible of Worlds. Yeah, I probably would have hit the Bajuka Bog then with that cling to dust. So we're going to crunch for 2 with the Plague Engineer, and then looks like pass back with 2 cards in hand for playing a Factory.
Mm-hmm.
So Pain Cow is definitely on a much better start this time than last time, but Mike's going to fire off an immediate Wasteland on the Factory there, which I actually do like. Extirpate on the Wasteland. Okay, so Extirpate did come in from Pain Cow.
Oh,
So
that
we
hand.
did get Pithing Needle. We got Ensnaring Bridge, Swamp, and a Urborg in Mike's hand.
Yeah, that's something. Considering these players know the deck list, I'm assuming they're just going to tell each other what they boarded in.
Yeah, exactly.
Logical assumption here.
Pulling out all of the Wastelands.
Yeah. Brought in everything but Agent and Leyline. Okay.
I actually can see that for sure. I think a lot of these cards are really good. I wasn't thinking about Extirpate at the time, but I do suppose, getting rid of a key card like Wasteland out of one side of the battlefield could definitely make things a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Feels bad. Got the Wasteland in hand, though.
Yeah.
The Chilean surprise indeed. The good old emote on our Discord server.
Yeah. So that's going to be a Ghost Quarter and a crunch for 2 here.
I don't like the Ghost Quarter here unless you're firing it off for something that you actually care about. Because you're just going
Well, it could just be the only land in hand, right?
That's true. It will turn into a Black Source if Orbar comes out.
Yeah, and there is an Urborg in Mike's hand too.
Mm-hmm.
Which Mike needs to keep that in mind if he actually wants to play it now.
Yep. That is something that you need to think about. You don't want to give him mana.
Yeah.
You really don't want to do that to yourself.
No, for sure. And that's the other thing too, is that without having a card come down, this is one of the hard parts as well, is what to name with this Pithing Needle, because you want to do it before too much advantage is gained. But at the same time, if you preemptively name a card and then you draw that card, it's the ultimate feels bad.
This is a pretty feels bad hand.
So we're going to also get a Ghost Quarter from Mike there. Plays the Ensnaring Bridge.
Okay. Seems good. 3 cards in hand. We're getting close.
Yeah. And I actually like this as well. Ensnaring Bridge is very good, especially because that, he's got nothing back and Pain Cow is just completely on the beat stick plan here.
I mean, you could, in theory, play the Urborg here and then name something completely useless with the Urborg. With
Yeah.
Pithing Needle. Something that doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to pass with 1 unknown in hand.
I wonder.
Oh,
it's a big think. It's a big think.
Okay, yeah, it's just really, really big think here.
I mean, you're playing in Snaring Bridge. Are you
That is
concerned?
true. Well, and I think that's just it. Is I think he's just weighing, do I want to play this out in order to turn on whatever else? So,
Okay, him.
okay, so we're gonna get a him here. This is very good, and this is kind of exactly
I
what you
think
need
that's
to see.
a bridge too. Oof.
Yeah, a bridge, and then I didn't quite catch the other card.
A
Dark
ritual.
Ritual. Yeah.
Cast Needle. What are we gonna name here?
I'm
We
not
could
sure,
name
but
something
Mike's down to
random.
one card in hand now.
Yeah, we could name something random. I didn't hit anything. Do we name Liliana Last Hope? I wonder.
I'm not entirely sure.
This is a hard choice. You
It
could
is
also name
definitely.
Ghost Quarter. You could also name Ghost Quarter if you really want to.
I could see that.
Just turn
I
off
don't know
everything.
if I would in this particular case, though. Both decks are only running a single copy of Ghost Quarter. And the other thing as well is there's so many swamps in this deck, it doesn't actually really turn you off mana that much. Names
Name Last Hope or Ghost Quarter.
tanks.
Thinking about this. I told you, Ghost Quarter is always in the cards. It's
That
always
is
in the
true.
cards.
And I also agree with naming specifically
The Veil. We're going for Veil.
names Liliana of the Veil?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Huh. Interesting. Does name Lily of the Veil.
Okay, Mike in one hand. No attacks are going to happen this turn. Good old Ensnaring Bridge preventing that.
Yeah.
Can he play it out? It'd be funny if he drew the Liliana of the Veil.
Yeah, if you drew Lily of the Veil, that would be super awful feeling, especially because that it's functionally stranded now.
True irony. True irony.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play it. It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I guess given the bridge, I don't mind actually Liliana of the Veil here, but at the same time, if I drew one as Mike, I would definitely want to make sure that because that's the other thing too is that Liliana the Last Hope doesn't kill Plague Engineer, whereas that Liliana the Veil does. So Mike's going to fire off his Ghost Quarter.
964. They can follow.
Yes, much appreciated.
I'm assuming we're gonna float black mana. Just for the purposes of.
Ooh, Zeb McKinnon Swamp. Nice.
Yeah, good old mismatch swamps. It's gonna be great. Oh, we're gonna play the Mishra Factory. Okay.
Yeah, and I also like how in true mirror match style, Pink Cow plays with all mismatch basics. So Mike also plays with all mismatch basics, even though I know that hurts him on his insides.
No, you gotta enjoy it.
Oh yeah. Also, huge shout out to the 8th edition Bob Eggleton Swamp. I love that land.
Notice that Mike has done no damage this entire game.
Yeah.
This is
Toxic Deluge. Oh my goodness.
Brutal.
Yeah. That being said, though, I think this is kind of just what Mike needs to do, especially with the factory coming down now. Mike probably is incentivized to actually keep one or two cards in hand.
We're getting a viewer question about what is our favorite swamp. Personally,
My favorite swamp is Onslaught Dan Frazier. Absolutely.
Personally, for me, it's I believe it's the Apex Swamp, where it is in kind of like a deserted cemetery / swamp.
Yeah, that one's really
I
good.
really like that art.
Yeah, no, I really like it too, but I really like the Dan Frazier swampy one with all the flowers and stuff.
Oh, we're actually the Plague Engineer.
Extirpating the Plague Engineer. I actually like this a lot. Deluging for 2 there makes a lot of sense because Plague Engineer is an absolute mirror breaker here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Bob Eggleton swamps are so good. Also, fun fact: Bob Eggleton also did the art on Gilded Drake.
I'm wondering if you hit Extirpate with Extirpate here.
At 2 copies, I don't know if I would, but Oh yeah, with Pain Cow's extirpate, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, it is possible.
we're
Okay, so we're
naming
gonna go
last up.
Pithing Needle. I'd imagine this one's gonna name Mishra's Factory. Yeah, names Factory. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Interestingly enough, they're both playing the same secret layer art of Pithing Needle, the tattoo artist version. Very
Yeah.
cool.
The one thing that has matched. Oh, and also the Urborgs, I guess.
I do like the respect to the 4 mismatching Dark Rituals. Very cool.
Oh, that was a good top deck. Oh my goodness. However, though, Mike is at 10. Mike is at half the life of Pain Cow, so this is going to be a very slow death.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
Yeah, Mike with 0 cards in hand,
We're
too.
going down to 9.
Down to 9, makes a fairy. Oof. I haven't done the exponential math on here to see if this is actually. I imagine this is fast enough, but
You're doing what? 3 damage per turn on the first time, and then 4 damage per turn on the second time. 5 damage per turn on the third time, right?
yeah, basically. So yeah, loses a life, gets a fairy.
What
During
are
the draw step, extirpates.
Okay, what do we actually Dark Ritual, okay.
I
Goodbye, Dark
actually don't mind that, I guess. Um,
Goodbye, Dark Ritual. Portal Swamps are very cool. I do agree.
yeah, I really like them as well.
We're gonna see a nice full set of the nice Dark Ritual tokens that you guys and everyone else, folks, whatever they're called. Oh, showing it off for the
Oh
stream.
yeah.
Very lovely. Y'all can earn
Pain
y'all
Cow
can
showing
earn
off the masks ritual.
Y'all can earn one of those lovely Dark Ritual proxy tokens on our Discord if you win a league, if you win a Saturday weekly challenge, if you win a Sunday bi-weekly, or you can get a full set of them if you make first place in our invitation.
Which is a lot of fun.
A ton of fun. To qualify for that invitational, you must be playing in our events. You gain points per our events for Saturdays challenges, Sunday challenges, um, Sunday bi-weekly challenges, and then in our league matches.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun.
So we're gonna go Wasteland here and then pass the turn.
Uh-oh. We're gonna take 4
Loses
damage.
a life. Makes another fairy. Draws a card. So of note, Mike has to attack before he plays the card from his hand. Yeah, smash for 1. And this is going to be critically important that Mike hits every single attack here that he can.
Yeah, he's gonna get reduced here because Mistress Factory is probably gonna get turned off very soon.
Yeah. Sinkhole.
I'm assuming we're sinkholing the Wasteland, and Wasteland will target Mistress Factory in response.
I'd
We're targeting a
actually,
swamp? Okay.
yeah,
What
specifically going after the Seb McKinnon swamp.
what a
Unbelievable.
choice. What a
What
choice.
a monster, Mike. I can't believe you. Cabal Pit. Uh-oh.
You monster frisbee. That Cabal Pit is online. I'm almost positive. We're
Yes,
seeing
it is
7
online. And very important as well, because that could potentially slow the clock down by a turn. Second factory. So of note here,
We're
I
online.
don't think there is a way um, for there is no way to turn the pithing needle on Mishra's factory. Actually, to just even remove the pithing needle on Mishra's factory.
Yeah, I completely forgot there was a Pithing Needle in Factory for like 2 turns there. I was like, why aren't you
Yeah.
attacking Factory?
Well, and that's kind of just it. So we're up to 3 damage now.
Is there a way to kill?
So pulling the trigger now, 15.
Is there a way to kill? We really need a curse scroll.
Yeah, Mike needs to curse scroll something bad here. Plays Urborg.
Yep, legend rolling.
Yeah, passes back.
I think Mike's just gonna die.
It is possible, but at the same time, I've learned better than to try and, race a better blossom.
I wonder, do you wasteland the Urborg very soon? Because that puts Mike on 2 black mana sources.
Possibly. Oof.
Okay. 3 black mana sources. We're Bog and Pain feels bad.
Yeah.
Feels very bad. But Cabalpit did its job, so not too bad.
Yeah, I actually, if Mike hadn't a Cabal Pit up, I 100% would absolutely nuke the Urborg. But that is a good point though, because Mike is kind of strained on black sources here now. So we're going to be coming in. So this is actually going to be fast enough here because he's going to.
Here we go.
Oh,
Okay. Get rid of one, I assume.
Oh no! Because there's a needle on Lily.
Oh no!
Oh. So if you're in Mike's position, you absolutely must crunch for face here. Absolutely must.
You just ignore the Liliana. There is no way to get rid of this Pithing Needle.
There's no way to get rid of the Pithing Needle. So that Liliana is an actual dead draw.
Oh yeah.
And he is Urborging again.
I imagine that you wasteland the Urborg at some point soon.
I would imagine so.
Really imagine you would do this.
Cast another shadow or another spirit, yeah. So of note though, I don't think that's going to matter. The Nether Spirit cannot attack, and it does not fly.
Yeah.
Crunch for 5. Put Pink out at 3.
Yep.
So we're at 3-3 right now. Oh my goodness, this is such a tight match. Oh my gosh. Cast Smallpox? Oh no!
Big oof.
Ow. Oh no, for the land he sacrificed that, and he must have sacrificed one of the tokens, I'd imagine.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. Cast his own Bitter Blossom. One turn too late. And then there's a Pithing Needle coming down. Yeah, and scoops it up. So Mike's going to take this down in 2. Wow, that was actually super exciting.
You know what would have been really interesting if he got the Toxic Deluge and did it for 1?
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been the hero play.
That would have been absolutely backbreaking. Oh my gosh. So, wow, what a tight match that was. But anyway, we were the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. This was our Tuesday night fight night, mirror match edition. If you would like to come and play on our Discord as well, you can go put !Discord in the chat there. Definitely come swing by. There are games going off all times of day, all day, every day. It's all we do is play Legacy over there. It's a great time over webcam. We have weekly tournaments that are run through MTG Melee. Then you just play over webcam there as well. We have a monthly league that fires off. March league is closed, but April will be opening up soon. Another thing as well is that we have a invitational that you can qualify for by earning points in the leagues and the weeklies. And other than that, we also do the streamed fight nights every Tuesday, and we've been getting into more themed nights now. So on that note, this week was Mirror Match. Next week is going to be Team Unified.
Yeah, Team Unified is going to be a ton of fun. If you don't know what that constructed rule set is, every card in your list except for basic lands cannot be in anyone else's list on your team. So if you have a Swords of Plowshare registered on your team, it's only for that player.
Yeah, even if you have one copy of Swords to Plowshares registered, not a single other player on your team is allowed to play with it.
Yep. The only thing that can be shared is basic lands, so choose wisely what teams you pick up on.
Yeah, and we will be asking players to submit as a team.
Yes.
So please get teams prepped up. We will be putting out the sign-up link for that today. Sure. Right after this, one of us will be typing it up, and then that way we can get that ready for people to work on going forward. So next week is going to be super exciting. And also on March 30th, to give you guys prep time, it will be meme night again.
Yep, March 30th, meme night. We love a good meme night. We had a lot of fun last time with your Battle of Wits Apostles Monstrosity deck, where you actually won.
It's gigantic. It's so large.
Good old demons. We had a ton of fun last time. I think we had a treasure hunt deck before too.
Multiple treasure hunt decks.
Yeah. ton of
But
fun.
yeah, it's a really good time. If you have some kind of crazy, wacky brew that can't function in a normal setting, that's a great time to test it out. So
Yeah, I think we even had Mr. Toad's Wild Ride too, right?
we did have Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It was a good time.
Classic.
Yeah.
And if you guys ever miss our streams, you can always check out our YouTube. If you type in !YouTube, check out our old VODs. We have our old challenges, we have our old fight nights, we have our old leagues, and we have an invitational, which is a fully streamed event from round 1 onward, all the way up in a double elimination bracket. It's a ton of fun. If you type in !invitational, you get to see how that all works out, qualifications, all that jazz. In our Discord, we have a bot which tracks your invitational points too and tells you how soon it is for the invitational, made by our lovely moderator, Chaotic Bear. Give him some love. Once again, I'm Mr. Jack Dex. My lovely co-commentator with us is Prez, BOW, and our lovely stream host and tech is Beyond Sadistic. We are the MTGPL. And thank you guys and gals and everyone else for watching. Appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful night or a wonderful day, whatever you're watching.
Have a good one.